Australia, New York City, collabo. We gonna make it right like this. Let's go.
Front to the back, girl, you heard what I said. Got a bounce on my lap, do a twirl when you dance. And I put it so fat, fit the world in your pants. Collect 100 sats, got me throwing up some bands. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Front to the back, girl, you heard what I said. Got a bounce on my lap, do a twirl when you dance. And I put it so fat, fit the world in your pants. Collect 100 sats, got me throwing up some bands. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Baby, make it clap for a real one. Said you want pop, Molly, pop, 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 Molly Milgram. Rich young nigga, I'm a prince like William. Rubber bump, I ain't no average civilian. Got it out the mud, ain't no handout. Pull up to the club real quick, make a fan out. Diamond on my neck, real shit, kinda stand out. I'm here for the night, little bitch, where can I hang out? Cartier for the frame, know she got a lot of brain. Make it seem like Tory Lanez, and I go and hit the stage. Small waist, big bank, gotta hope I'm shooting blanks. It don't really matter, let me finish on a pretty face. Front to the back, girl, you heard what I said. Got a bounce on my lap, do a twirl when you dance. And I put it so fat, fit the world in your pants. Collect 100 sats, got me throwing up some bands. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Front to the back, girl, you heard what I said. Got a bounce on my lap, do a twirl when you dance. And I put it so fat, fit the world in your pants. Collect 100 sats, got me throwing up some bands. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Switching through the gears, I'm the man on the mission. Vroom, 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 that's a Lambo ignition. Two-door coupe with the roof gone missing. How it makes sense, I got 6 bitch kissing. See me in the club and then I get paid in advance. Tell the way to bring me bottle, gotta end up in the trance. With that booty, gotta wobble, how you fit it in the pants. Gotta run the beat back, do you hear what I said? Front to the back, girl, you heard what I said. Gotta bounce on my lap, do a twirl when you dance. And I put it so fat, fit the world in your pants. Collect 100 sats, got me throwing up some bands. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Front to the back, girl, you heard what I said. Gotta bounce on my lap, do a twirl when you dance. And I put it so fat, fit the world in your pants. Collect 100 sats, got me throwing up some bands. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back.
Come on. Sydney, Australia in the building. New York.
Make it clap, 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 clap. Throw it back, 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 back. Welcome to the Late Show with the real discussion. Rock Logic, Gary Facts, DOA, and of course me, Robin. You know what it do. You know what it do. We got, now that we're late, I'm glad we got you here taking care of us. We're going to take care of you today. Hey, we're going to talk about some topics tonight. Hopefully, you'll be engaged, you'll be informed, and you'll be active. Share the page. Like the page. Facebook. Yes, Facebook. Get it in here. Get it in here. Share that page. Like that page. We need your support. So we're going to talk about some topics tonight. Let's kick it off like this. Maybe we'll talk about the 50th year hip-hop. You know, the impact that hip-hop has had. I got the top albums of 1993, which should be very, very interesting. And we're going to talk about Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime performance, as well as her Vogue cover, the British Vogue cover. We're gonna chop it up about that. We know it's Black History Month. We only got a couple days left, so let's just kick it with the Black History Month. Tell us who you love or want to talk about for Black History Month. Get involved, share with us. And Jay-Z sells Bacardi for 750 million bands. Come on now. You know what? He making that money no matter what. And in politics, Fox News and Dominion voting system was sued for $1.6 billion. So yeah, we're gonna get that right up there. Of course, as you know, relationship advice is one of our main topics on the show. So we're going to do a roundtable yet again with the relationship advice. And we want you to get engaged. We'll read your comments live and we'll, read it out to you. So let's do that. Also, in entertainment, Ice-T gets a star on the Walk of Fame, which is well overdue because pimps be pimping. Take that, Law and Order. All right. Now, in RIP news, Trugoy, aka Plug 2 from De La Soul, passed away. We're going to talk about that. And Snoop brings Death Row catalog to TikTok. What about that? Paid on paid on paid. Okay, and I love George Santos stories. So we're going to talk about George Santos barricading himself in his district office. Get those pitchforks out, people. All right. And in more politics, we have Mike Pence, who was subpoenaed by the Department of Justice. So what's going on, Mike Pence? Didn't they try to kill you? I don't know. Anyway, and, Trump, I kind of like the guy now. But you know what? He's a crook, and Georgia is going to, there's a grand jury report on Trump, and you know what? I got to tell you, it's going to be popping up in here tonight. Welcome to the Late Show, people. Also, we're going to talk about Jonathan Majors. He is now the new star of the Ant-Man series, right? Ant-Man. Mm-hmm. And also he has also a cover on Ebony. And he's looking kind of, I don't know. I want your opinion on this, guys. How do you think he looks on the cover of Ebony? Does he look a little feminine? I don't know. Guys, we need your input. We need the facts. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. So
that's it. We're going to have a great show.
Tasha says, yay, Robbie. I want to give a shout out to our loyal subscriber, Brace the Grace. She says, good evening, all. Make sure you press the like button upon your arrival. What's good, y'all?
That's it.
So what's up, Gary D?
It's all good. Robin did an awesome job in talking about the topics. It's definitely been an interesting 2 weeks here.
Oh yes.
Yeah. As y'all know, we weren't on last week, but I guess we should jump. Let's get right into the topic.
All right. So I tell you what, we're gonna open up with a safety topic.
Okay.
A safety talk. Oh. Okay. So if anyone, which we know everyone has a cell phone, we want to give you a little bit of information. Load your emergency information in your phone so that first responders can help. Okay? As we know, our smartphones are on us all the time, and they could become crucial if an accident or medical emergency strikes. However, if you're not able to call 911 yourself, a first responder can use your phone, even if it's on lock mode, and contact your family or physician, as well as review any necessary emergency information. So if you have an iPhone, you go to the Health app, click the Medical ID tab, tap Edit, and then tap Show when locked to make your medical ID available when the phone is locked. Enter your personal information like your birth, date, height, and blood type. Then press Done. Okay, if you have an Android, what happens is you'll have to go into the Settings app, tap About Phone, and then tap Emergency Information. Enter info you want to share. For medical info, tap Edit Information, and for emergency contacts, add the contact. If you have a Samsung phone, use the same settings for Android. But it's important because there may be certain times where we won't be able to access our phones, and if in case of emergencies, this information will be crucial for paramedics or emergency personnel to know how to treat you, especially if you have any allergies and things of that nature. So that's my safety talk. Thank you, everyone. That comes courtesy of Tasha. Tasha and I had a conversation about how to access emergency numbers in case, you need help, you can't get to your phone. So thanks, Tasha.
Thanks, Tosh. I want to give a shout out to Lori. Stump Turbot. What's up, Lori?
What's up, Lori? Welcome to the Late Show. Thanks for hanging in there.
Alright. So. Y'all in that space.
Yeah. Alright. I'm in the building, y'all. What we got going on here? A lot of things. Studio's a little different. We're just missing some things. Have you been around?
What are we missing?
Doing anything?
No way!
Hey! Alright. We are here. Word, I'm in the building. What's up, y'all? Alright. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm here.
Hey.
What's up? All right, y'all. So I heard y'all talking about stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we try to do what we can because
Yeah.
the master needs to come in and, you know, give the people what they want.
Yeah, now I'm here.
That's it. So I can relax
I'm in the
now.
building.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm in the building. Word. So there was a topic I heard when I was on my way. What were y'all talking about?
Oh, the toxic masculinity with the covers. There's been a lot of chat in Facebook groups and social media. What it is there's the new British Vogue cover with Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, the way the cover is, a lot of it's, you know, and actually I sent you some images so you could show the fans.
Okay.
Right. So the cover shows Rihanna. The cover shows Rihanna in an alpha female spot.
Mm-hmm.
ASAP Rocky behind her, and he's holding a baby. And that kind of sparked a lot of online talk where
Right.
a lot of women were supporting Rihanna, saying that she's you know, she's a billionaire, she's a strong woman, and all the things that, you know, supportive women I guess say. There were a lot of men who clearly felt that ASAP Rocky was being submissive, right? They didn't like this.
Yeah.
There were men also saying that that's not how it's supposed to be. So a lot of people were looking at it as an attack on toxic masculinity with that particular cover.
Okay.
Right. Then there's another cover with Jonathan Majors, who was one of the new stars in Ant-Man and Creed.
Uh-huh.
And he's on the cover of Ebony, and it's a pink cover.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
And he's
okay.
Again, I sent you that image too, and you know, the way he's dressed on the cover,
It looks like a flamingo.
yeah, it doesn't look too manly, right? So yeah, it's a bit challenging, right? So
Okay.
So yeah, so both of those covers combined created the talk of toxic an attack on black male masculinity.
Okay.
When it comes to black men.
Okay.
Right?
And why is that, Gary? No, let's break this down.
Show them the cover.
Yeah, show them the cover. There it is, bang!
Okay.
So what do you think about that?
So come on. Let's do a round table, huh?
All right, we'll start with Gary.
Gary, your thoughts? It's a pink background with white letters, except the B is in pink. Now, strategically, to put him in something that is associated with a feminine color, and also making the background also feminine, soft, right? You think of pink, you think of soft, right? Why would they have his chest exposed in such a manner that shows his strength, but put him in a feminine, soft background? What do you think that is, Gary? Why?
Well, look, I mean, I think that it's, you know, it's trying to portray him in a feminine light, right? And it goes back to something from years ago that Dr. Francis Crest said about the feminization of black men.
Okay.
Right? And I think, you know, the imagery, that type of imagery is showing that, right?
Yes.
And Ebony Magazine, I mean, we all grew up with Ebony Magazine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They ain't never had no damn cover like that.
Well, I mean,
Word.
Not like that.
Ebony Magazine has changed hands.
But I'm just, right, so, and that,
You know, they have new owners.
well, now, right.
Which we cannot just, you know, if they're black or not.
No,
Exactly.
it's an interracial couple. It's
Right.
it's a white man and a black woman.
You know, one of who's making the decisions.
Right.
on
So
that one.
Right.
so that's telling, right?
Right.
You know,
Yep. Check. Yeah.
And think about artistic direction, because I'm sure he
But-
did not have any say so.
but that's what they try to hide behind. And
Uh-huh.
and when I say they,
the powers that be.
the powers that be, they hire whoever the creative person is, and artistic direction is the excuse they give for that bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
I love it.
Where you know that's not, you know, that's not reflective of how black men are supposed to be portrayed.
Okay. So okay.
If you see him in Creed 3, very alpha, right?
Of course.
Very alpha
Of
male.
course, of course.
You look at this, it's like, what in the entire fuck?
Okay. Well.
So that's Apollo Creed?
No,
No,
that-
he's the
He's
nemesis.
the son of Creed.
No,
No,
he's
no,
the
no.
nemesis, right?
he's the nemesis.
Fighting-
He's the
fighting
enemy.
Creed.
He's the enemy in Creed 3.
Okay.
But in Creed
Right.
3, he's very alpha, right?
Well, we don't know that.
I'm just in the movie,
Okay.
like from the clips and all of that I've seen. He's very alpha.
In case they want to
Yeah.
make him a gay character
Right,
too,
but-
we don't know, because they can easily do that. But wait, hold on. Let's do the round table. DOA, what do you have to say about that?
Can y'all hear me? I don't, I'm just sitting here like, okay.
Yeah. So what, you saw the picture. What do you think?
So this is the guy in Creed 3 that's supposed to be fighting Creed.
yes.
And y'all want to know, as far as his image, what he's wearing with the pink and
Right.
we already know the answers to it.
Yeah.
We you know, me and Rock was just talking about it.
Okay.
So it's more of a thing of where I'm gonna come at is
Alright.
that's his decision. He chose to put that, you know, those clothes on. Whether we know what the agenda is, he made that choice. He could have said no,
Right.
right? He could have said no.
No, I think you're right.
Yep,
You're
yep,
absolutely
yep.
on the money with that. And I have a different take on things. You know, just to hop on where Gary left off, you know, there's been a concerted effort for many years, decades even,
Right.
to feminize black males. And, you know, a lot of people say, oh, it's because you were raised by a single black mother. And I'm like, you know, that has no merit, right? Because there are many men who are manly. You know, you can have two parents in a household and still be effeminate. You know, it doesn't add or take away, right? I
Right.
think that at this particular stage of the game, the powers that be, whoever they are, they're not comfortable with strong black men.
Facts.
And even though Mr. Majors, Jonathan Majors, is a manly man, the concerted effort to soften him up makes it less threatening to people. And also to appeal to the gay, you know, audience. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they want him to not only be less threatening, but they want to make him a sex symbol to all sexes,
Right.
you know. And I think you're right, too, DOA. He does have the right to say no. He does. But I believe that at a certain point in a person's
Right.
career,
Yeah.
they want to listen to their handlers about how to appeal to masses of people. So they'll compromise and do things that they normally wouldn't do, or wear things they wouldn't wear.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
As an artist, you have choices.
Yes, you do.
You can say yes or no.
Absolutely.
And I don't think they would condemn him if he said no. Maybe he decided to wear that shit.
I think he
Maybe
did
it was
decide.
his idea.
Well, I mean, he is wearing
Could've
it,
been.
so he did make a decision to say yes.
Now, because we have two different conversations, right? We know that they're trying to, the agenda is to make the black man look weaker, and it's funny because it's Black History Month still, right?
Is it?
Well,
Not to biracials.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Till next week.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a lot of wars going on, but we do have to take black men. We do need to stand up and take back being head of the household. I'll say it. We have to be men. It's not men. It's no many men. It's no men anymore.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What is the definition of a man?
Well, it's a lot.
I mean, because in this time period that we're living in, there's so many bitch ass niggas out here that we don't know what the true standard of what a man should be, right? So, in your opinion, let's go with what you think a man is in this particular climate.
Just being responsible, accountability. Mm-hmm. Taking care of what you produce.
Okay.
Take the good with the bad. You don't have to always, and it doesn't matter. It's not about being right or wrong, but just be a man about your shit. Stand your square. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Stand your square. Don't back down, but pick your battles. Choose
Right.
your battles wisely.
True.
But still, just be proud of who you are. There was a time where black man was proud to bring home the groceries. Mm-hmm. My father, shit. I learned a lot from him. I wouldn't be the man I am today if it wasn't for him.
Right.
I was telling Rock earlier, years ago, people were coming up to me, oh my God, you're such a good dude. You take care of your daughter. I said, get the fuck out of here, nigga. That's my job.
Right.
Don't pat me on the back for no dumb shit
Right.
like that. Let's have some real talk.
Yeah. I agree.
So,
I agree.
you know what I mean?
Okay, let's pass it on.
Let me just say, I think that when it comes to artists,
Yeah.
right, and a lot of these artists, even the bigger, they all have handlers, right?
Yeah.
As you said. Now, depending on your level of success, in terms, you would, if you're a new artist coming in and you have doors opening,
Yeah.
then you're gonna have to do what your handlers say.
Right.
And that's the position that he's in.
Right.
Right? He's not at a decision-making point now.
Okay.
Right? Whereas if it was someone like a Denzel Washington or Wesley Snipes, or
They can control their narrative.
They're sort of,
Yeah,
they
like
have a
Sam
little bit
Jackson.
because even in the beginning,
Yeah.
Hey, move the mic a little closer to your mouth.
I'm sorry,
Just slide it up. That's all.
there
There you go.
even in the beginning with someone like Wesley Snipes when he did that movie with the Tu Wong Fu movie when he was dressed up in a
that.
woman, right?
Yeah.
At that time, he
Right.
didn't really have no say,
Right.
Right?
He was
So-
early in his career.
And that was early in his career. So as you become successful,
Right.
But then at the same time, in that rise to success,
Mm-hmm.
do you put your foot down and say, "Hey, I'm not going to do this because this is not representative of who
me.
I am"?
Right.
Right. Do you put your foot down, or do you just go with the flow? Right. Right.
Good question.
Do you just go with the flow until you get to a point where you can say, but then you have all these images out there of you, and we're in a time where no matter what you're doing, people are gonna go dig up past shit.
That's true. That's true. It never goes away.
It never goes away.
That's
now.
your digital footprint.
Right,
So,
exactly. It never goes away. So whatever you did, even though as much as you say, "Oh, I grew past it," that's something I did back then.
Yeah.
We're in a media cycle,
Right.
And we have outlets now that's going to take it. And granted,
Okay.
you move past it. It's been 15 years, 20 years, but somebody or some news media cycle is going to make it like this, right? So I say that to say these artists, they have to really, if they're really true to who they are, they got to put their foot down, right? Because if you don't, then you're going to have problems. And for him, he might have been in a position where he had to do that.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I there's a question about that. Rock, what say you?
Which part? Because it was loaded.
So no, I want to go back to where Gary says when it's early in your career, you pretty much are at the mercy, really, of the handlers.
Oh, you think you are, but yeah.
Right. And it's only when you make it that you're able to control your image and your likeness.
Right.
At which point do you? Because you're a career guy. You're in the business a long time. So is it true that when you're up and coming? Because I remember you telling me stories about the "Shake What Your Mama Gave You" cover, and how how you felt about that. Is it true that when you're early on, you're kind of like fluid when it comes to listening to people guide you through the artistic process? What do you say?
I think that you are, but I think it also becomes a comfortability situation, and that if someone approaches you with something you're not comfortable with, then you have to take that stand, right? When I did the cover of "Shake What Your Mama Gave You" and I had the two butts behind my head, right? I didn't, in that whole process of how everything went with the strippers and all that, I wasn't really comfortable in that space, but it wasn't a space that was against my constitution.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right? The two butts, it's like, it's two women's butts.
Right.
If it was two men's butts, I'd have been like, nah, we're not doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was comfortable in those spaces, right? And that's what it was for me. But I controlled a lot of, after that, what my image was going to be and the types of records that I was going to put out. And I remember one time I was performing in Switzerland, right? And this dude, white dude, came up to me, right? I'm performing in Switzerland and I'm saying, niggas in the back, where you at? Say what? Bitches in the front, where you at? Say what? And the white dude came to me and said, how do you feel about calling white people niggers? Right? Because this is what I'm saying when I'm performing. And I was like, well, I don't. He said, but you know what the word means? I said, yeah, I know what the word means. He said, how are you comfortable just saying that, knowing where it comes from? And I had to think about that, and I was like, you know what? I'm not comfortable with that. I've become comfortable with that because I've been conditioned to be comfortable with that. And after that, I stopped saying it. The record still says it, but when I perform it, I'll say fellas and I'll say
ladies. Mm-hmm.
I won't say niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I had to check myself on that. So I think every artist has a responsibility to themselves, number one, on how they want to control their narrative. Let's start with that. Two, I think that, your image is very important, right? And
it's your brand.
It's your brand. And if someone's going to put you in stockings and heels or whatever, and you're going to, but we're going to put you on the cover of Ebony, right? That alone should be a red flag, right? Why would I want to go out on a national magazine looking funky? Nah, you know what? I don't want to do that. I think we can do this a different way.
Right.
And all artists are subjected to image issues.
Got it.
Right? Now, let's get clear. How many white artists do you see that are doing that?
Or Indian artists, Asian artists.
Or anybody else.
Right.
So why are we subjected to that we have to do that in order to succeed?
So answer that question. What do you think? Why?
I think we're under the misconception that if we don't do it, that we won't be successful. And at the point in your time in your career, if you're not really making no money, and someone goes, "Listen, if you do this, it's gonna be like $1 million." Then you got to question yourself, right? Do I do this for the million, right? Or am I comfortable in that space?
Okay.
Right? Or how am I affecting society? How is my image in this particular photo that millions of people are going to see, black children are going to see? How am I affecting them? What is the message that I'm putting out? As an artist, you have to be responsible for the message that you're putting out. You have to be responsible for that. And you got to own that, right? I don't care what your message is, but you got to be responsible for that and own that. And I think we've lost that. In the 60s and the 70s, artists were socially conscious and they put out messages to uplift the community and raise consciousness.
In the world, really.
And worldwide.
Yeah.
Right? And even in that with the 80s with Public Enemy and KRS-One and all these different artists, X-Clan, that were promoting, black culture and black positivity and black strength, right? This was the message they put out.
I believe it.
Now, what we're doing is, and even if they weren't even about that message, that was the message that they promoted.
That's right.
Right? Because some of them wasn't even about that, really.
Right.
But, from a monetary standpoint, it made sense to do it, right? So, and they did that. So, when you go into today's artists, in today's world, artists have to realize, and everyone has to realize, that we are under an economic and social assault. We're in a war, right? Every image is moving us closer to
extinction.
Right. Here's the deal. The fact that I'm a heterosexual and I gotta defend that shit is fucking crazy to me. The fact that I can't call you sir, ma'am.
Oh, with the pronouns?
Man, right, and all that shit is crazy to me. The fact that if I say that I'm a heterosexual and now you look at me fucking crazy because I'm a heterosexual, that's crazy to me. Here's the deal. You can be whatever you want to be. I don't care what you want to be. I love it. Be who you want to be. But don't attack me because I want to be who I'm going to be.
Okay.
Gays fought for the right to be who they are.
Right.
No doubt. They spilled blood.
They did.
I'm not going to negate that.
And they pay taxes.
They pay taxes and they spilled blood. Stonewall, they spilled blood in New York City in 1969.
Yeah, they got in the fisticuffs with the cops.
With the cops and everything, right? And I want to address that too. So they deserve everything that they're getting. But the fact that now, because you're getting what you get, that I'm under assault now, that you want to change the books that are written, you want to change Willy Wonka and
Aretha Franklin,
and
Natural Woman. They want to change that song.
Right. You what the fuck are you talking about? Matilda.
Ronald Dahl. That's
Right.
the name of the author.
So now you're trying to change history. You're trying to make people comfortable. You're trying to say that Aretha Franklin saying I'm a natural woman is offensive?
I thought that was
She's a fucking natural woman.
No, I thought that was troll. I didn't think that was real.
And it might have been, it might not have been. But the fact that it exists is a fucking problem.
Right.
Right? So you're attacking heterosexuality. Right? And history's history. Right? History is history. I'm sure you can still find a book with, Little Black Sambo. Right? Short Watermelon Short.
Nigga Charlie.
Nigga Charlie. You can find that. You can find Nigga Charlie. I played it the other day on YouTube.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So I say move forward with your agenda, but don't try to change the past.
Right.
Right? Don't put heterosexuality on the line. Now I want to address the gay community in 1969. Right? 1969. Had it happened now, would have never happened. These were gay men that said, you know what, motherfucker? I know I got on a dress, I got on heels, but I'm gonna knock your ass the fuck out.
Right.
I'm still a man. And they fought for this shit. Now we're breeding weak men. Whether you're a gay man or whether you're a straight man, we're breeding weak men and we're projecting images of weak men. Rihanna on the cover, in front of her man, and he's holding a baby and holding her hand. That is a projection of what a weak man looks like, right? The thing with Jada and Will Smith, and Jada got her legs spread open, right? and she's sitting there and she frowning, and Will is cheesing, that is a projection of a weak man. That's saying I am submissive to my woman, right? And call it male chauvinist or call it whatever you want to be, but I'm gonna say this: you should never be submissive to your woman. Your woman is supposed to be your counsel. She's supposed to be your queen. She's supposed to be your confidant. She's supposed to be your partner. But you're not supposed to be submissive to them to the point that they look masculine and you look feminine.
Mm-hmm. You
The
see
fuck
that?
we talking about?
But you know what?
Yeah.
It's funny that you're saying so much. The facts that you're dropping is crazy because Hollywood is raising our children,
Yes.
and that's what it boils down to.
Yes.
We're not raising our kids anymore.
We are not. The internet does.
They done broke up the homes and everything.
Social
So we
media.
need to take it back.
Yes.
Because we already know what the answer is.
Yes.
Right.
And Hollywood's been gay since its inception.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
It's
yeah.
always been like that.
It's Sodom and Gomorrah over there.
Right. It's always been like that with Walt Disney
Oh.
and J. Edgar Hoover.
All of that. Oh,
and
man.
that has
Yeah.
been going on. So it's not a new agenda. It's always been the agenda. Right? But we're falling into the trap of believing that agenda. We're falling into the trap. Like Rockefeller said, I don't want thinkers, I want followers. Right?
Workers.
Everybody's a follower. We're following this trend. You know what I'm saying? And I am not anti-gay.
Right.
For me to say that would be ridiculous because my daughter is very, 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 very gay.
Okay.
I love her very, very much.
Right.
Right? And everybody in America probably has gay people in their family.
Yep.
So I'm not against that. What I am against is you promoting the agenda
Right.
to transform children and into indoctrinating them before they can even understand who they are
Right.
into homosexuality.
Which is a form of slavery.
Right. I'm like this. I'm like, let kids be kids. These kids are coming up confused. Kids putting on nail polish and shit. Boys. The parents putting
Wearing
nail
bonnets.
polish on them. Bonnets and all that. The fuck we doing?
Listen, you got grown straight men putting on bonnets.
That's crazy to me.
But look, it's
And go ahead, Gary, because I know you got
look,
some knowledge you want to drop.
when we were kids, I remember you dressed like a boy or you dressed like a young man.
Right.
But you know, when teenagers, boys start like when you was a girl, right?
When I was a young girl.
When you were a
wee
little
lass.
girl, you
Yes.
right. You did your hair in braids and had the clips,
But I had beads.
right? But still, okay, beads. But how did that go from young black girls doing that to black boys doing that? You know what I mean?
I will expound on that in a minute. Go ahead.
But we've come to the point where media has such an impact,
Right.
right? And to Rock's point, you know, let kids be kids. Why is a little kid in kindergarten, first grade,
Yes.
second grade, reading about gay people, right? And the audacity of them to put it in cartoons to make it like it's okay.
I just
Like
wanna
that's a
one-up you
fucking
on that.
problem.
I want to one up you on that. How about this? The transsexual that goes to the library to read to children, right?
Oh my goodness, you guys.
How does that work, right? You're talking about someone that is projecting a certain type of sexuality,
Oh my
right?
goodness.
To me, that ain't no. If you're gonna have a transsexual sit and read to children, then why don't you go get a prostitute that sits there in stockings and heels and let them read to children? You wouldn't do that.
Okay.
You would not do that.
Okay.
Right? Here's what I'm saying. Everything that a child should see should be non-sexual
Okay.
in its orientation,
Okay.
no
Okay.
matter what.
Okay.
I don't care what you do behind closed doors. Do what you're going to do. But in the face of children, they're not supposed to be exposed
agree.
to sexuality.
Okay.
Right.
They
I
got to
agree.
figure it out as they go along.
Yeah, okay. Now I gotta
Yeah.
get in here. I gotta get in here. Because we are all children of the 60s and 70s in this
Correct,
room.
correct.
Okay? And when our parents sat our asses in front of our TVs, we watched Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner, things of that nature. Those characters that we watched also were transsexual. Like Bugs Bunny would, if he wanted to fool Elmer Fudd, he would put on a dress, and he would, but we in our young minds did not think anything of it because it was presented in a neutral way.
Correct.
But these images have been a part of our consciousness since we've been sat in front of the TV.
I agree.
Okay? The problem is this. It's not about gay rights or heterosexual rights. It's basically how families should be led. We have to lead our families. The
Correct.
children need to be led. And I'll give you another, just another, I'm gonna peel another onion on this. I asked a question earlier about what a man is.
Yeah.
For me, a man provides safety to his family. He's the protector of his family, okay? He's the one that comes and represents his family. He's strong. He sustains his family. A woman feels safe around him. That's what a man to me is. His word is his bond, and he does what he needs to do in order for his family to be maintained. That's what a man is to me.
Right.
As long as he keeps his word, I'm going to feel safe around him. And as long as he's not he could be a criminal. He could be a criminal. But as long as he keeps me safe and keeps my children safe, and he does what he says he's going to do, I'm with him all the way. All the way.
Bumpy Johnson.
Hey, listen,
Right.
every criminal has a woman behind him.
No, yeah.
As long as he does what he needs to do for her to keep her
It depends
safe.
on what you consider a criminal. You know?
No. This is America.
No. Here's what I'm saying. And we're
What are you talking about?
We're in a criminal
depends
society
on what
from
you-
its inception.
No. The only thing closest to America is Australia.
Listen, I'm
Nate.
just giving you my opinion.
Yeah,
it
I know,
depends
I
on what
know.
you consider
No,
a
I
fucking
get it,
criminal.
I get
But
it.
listen,
This is what it is.
The Godfather was a criminal.
True.
Yeah.
And he ran a criminal family enterprise, but it was family.
But he took care of his family.
Yeah.
Right? Bumpy Johnson was a criminal, but he took care of his family. Right?
Nicky Barnes.
Nicky Barnes was a criminal, but he took care of his family. Right?
Alcohol was illegal.
Right. But you took care of your family.
Now it's illegal.
Which is kind of the point, right? The point is not whether or not you're a criminal or not, but how do you represent and lead your family is what it's about. If I'm a criminal and I lead my family and that's how we rolling, then we all know, niggas, that's how we rolling.
Right.
That's how it is.
If I'm positive, then that's how we're rolling.
And this is the problem with that cover. He's not leading.
No,
he's following.
He's following.
And that's the issue.
Correct.
That's the issue. That's the image that they're putting out there, that black men are not only weak to their women, they dress in pink. They're soft.
So what do we
Even
do
if they're
about
supposed
it?
to be strong.
What do we do about it?
I think men should form a coalition, right?
I'm not even mad about it.
They should form a coalition and talk about it.
You know what I think we should do? Have our own shit.
Well, I mean, they tried that
need
many
to have our own
times,
shit, 'cause these
but they burned down
this
many
is their
communities
shit.
and hung many
Let me
people.
tell you something. This is their shit. And they run that shit. And if we're going to assume that the reason that gentleman put on that pink shit is because they told him to do it, he's in their house. So we need to have our own shit.
How do you do that?
By having our own shit.
Okay.
But I want to address that in the
Farrakhan
chat
is the
room.
only one that I can say
That has his own shit.
that lives outside of the grid
Yes.
and has a movement behind him. Everyone else outside of that tried to make a deal with the devil and they ended up in the ground.
Everybody like who?
Martin Luther King.
No, Martin Luther King, he tried to unify everybody.
But that's what I mean. I'm just saying that if you try to make a deal with the devil, you end up in the ground. That's what happens.
You're saying that so there's no wins. We just
Nah,
gotta.
there's-
No, it's
there's
not.
always
It's,
wins, 'cause
no,
everything has a solution.
Listen.
But I just want to address Leanne in the chat
Go
room.
ahead.
Because she's passionate about a question. She said, okay, I have a couple of questions. How is it different showing or having stories of same-sex couples, families as the standard? Okay. Let's deal with that. And I'm going to take it all the way back, Leanne. All right? I don't agree with children seeing same-sex on TV. I'm not against, I'm against all of that, right? Mm-hmm. If you remember TV in the 50s, 60s, and in the 70s, right? I Love Lucy. Ricky and Lucy did not sleep in the same bed.
That's correct.
That's right.
Right? Neither did the Brady Bunch. Mike and Carol, they slept in separate beds. They didn't sleep in the same bed. I agree with that standing. I agree with that because I don't think that people should see, or children should be exposed to any type of sexual, whether it's heterosexual or homosexual. I don't think that. I just don't think that. I think we were a better society when it was like, okay, you know what? What we project to the public will be this. What you do in your bedroom can be an entirely different situation. And then I want to put this picture up, right? So you saw the cover of Ebony, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what we look like now. This cover right here is what we used to look like. Right.
Yeah.
That's what we used to look like.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, DOA looks like that. Right? That's what we used to look like as men. And you know what? I'm going to bet that probably at least 2 of these motherfuckers in that picture are probably homosexuals.
That's correct.
At the very least.
I think 3, but go ahead.
But they still at least look like men. Right? They look powerful. They look strong. They look like they lead their families. They look like if I'm out with my woman and somebody does some shit, I'm going to knock this nigga's fucking lights out.
Where did we go wrong?
No, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, where did we go
Because
wrong?
I think what she's trying to say, right, when we talk about families, because now I have to put it out to the floor.
Yeah.
There are possibly, and I don't know any personally. Well, I do. Well, not kinda. There are gay couples that raise children.
Look at the
right?
brat. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, it's not to say that the children aren't healthy or they can't be nurtured properly. In my opinion, because I'm a heterosexual female, it only makes sense for me that when I'm in a relationship that my man is leading the household so that our kids can have a better chance at a good future. Strong genes and things like that. Not to say or not to discount the fact that gay couples do have children, they have families. For me, personally, I have my gay friends, my daughter's gay as well. It's not to say that healthy children cannot be brought up in a positive environment. For me, my personal opinion is when I'm raising children, I would like to do so in a heterosexual, relationship. That's all I'm saying. And I think that's where she was going with that.
Yeah, maybe it was. She said
you just went on a rant.
She said TV in the 50s and 60s and 70s, women were less than men. Is this really about men getting their masculinity from dominance? And I will say this. I don't agree with the fact that women in that time period on TV were less than men. I think you're absolutely right. And I think there should be new TV with a balance where you can be equal. But the problem with showing the sexuality is where I'm at with it. That's my first problem.
That's the problem, right.
Number 1. Number 2, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I don't think that women can raise a man child. I don't think that men can raise a woman child. Because we're not that. If me and my homeboys raise my daughter, she's probably going to be more like me.
Masculine.
More masculine.
Yeah, and who's going to buy the tampons from the store?
Correct. Right? I got to figure all that shit out. Right? But I'm just saying, right? Children are like computers. They get input. When a child is born,
Sponges.
he's nothing. He's nothing. He is nothing. The input from the environment is what creates the child. right? So if I'm raising a female child, and it's me and my friends,
3
my
men and a
male
baby.
friends, right? She will have a male sensibility. She's gonna have a male thought process. Let's forget the gay thing. She's gonna have a male thought process. She's gonna process things like a man. She might end up with a woman. I mean, she might end up with a man, but she's gonna think like a man. If 2 women raise a male child, that child is going to think like a woman. You know why? Because he was raised by women. So he's going to have a woman's sensibility. It doesn't mean that he's going to be a homosexual. It just means that based on the programming, simply from life, he is going to have a female sensibility.
Okay.
Like if we were raised by wolves, you're going to act like a fucking wolf. You're going to act like an animal. I'm just saying, it's the truth. Because that's your input. Listen, Jungle Book was true to life. Right? This nigga Mobley grew up in the fucking jungle, and this nigga acted like an animal. He performed like an animal.
Right.
Because if you're a child and that's your input, then that's how you're going to learn. Right? Let's not make it as extreme. Right? He's going to hunt like a wolf. He's going to think like a wolf. And he's going to act like a wolf. And he will run like a wolf. Because he was taught to walk by wolves. Children are sponges. And we are the information that they get their psyche from.
I like that. So who is in charge of putting the information out? And I'll tell you, I'm saying this to say this. Remember the young man who just got murdered by those 5 police officers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, his mom was married to his stepfather, but they pushed his mom out to talk about the death of her son.
That's right.
They did not push the husband out to represent the family.
Correct.
And it was by design that they showed the mom and not the dad, because they did not want, they were like, oh, he's a good boy. First of all, they called him a good boy, which I thought was ridiculous. He was a man, okay?
I love this. Go.
And
Because I've experienced it, so go ahead. Go.
no, and what they did was, I mean, Attorney Crump had to actually force the husband to talk, because the media was so interested in the woman's narrative that they pushed him. He was there the whole time. She was talking. He was in the background, and he was saying nothing. Like he looked like a dumbass until they decided, no. Let the man come out and speak on behalf of his family. You know, and it took a lot. I'm sure it took a lot of wrangling to do that. But that is by design.
Right.
That is by
Let
design.
me tell you about that shit as I've experienced it, right? I remember when my daughter had a problem in school, and I had to go to school with her mom, right? And they wouldn't talk to me. They talked to her. She can't even speak good English, right? And they're talking to her. And I'm sitting there, right? I'm hungover from the night before because I've been in the studio all night and shit. This is when I was young in my career. And they're not even talking to me. They're not even addressing me. I had to take a stand, right? And it was a Filipino woman. I'll never forget it. And my daughter had done something where the test, you know, they have A, B, C, D. Mm-hmm. She didn't like those answers. So she wrote down E and said, this is a better answer.
All of the above.
No, she said, this is a better answer than what the test you fucking did.
Right.
And they showed me this shit, and I said, you know what? I don't really think it's a bad answer. It's outside the box, but it's not a bad answer.
Right.
And then the Filipino woman looked at me and did quotations. She said, but, and I got fucking mad as I said, listen, let me tell you something. First of all, I can speak English. Let's start with that.
Oh.
That's number one.
Ouch.
Two, she might not speak fucking English, That's number 2. Well, your daughter might have a language problem. I said, get the fuck out of here. I said, because you know why? In my house, we speak fucking English. She's the only one that can't speak English.
Right.
We all speak English. So my daughter doesn't have a language problem. And I had to address that.
She got a stupid teacher problem.
Same thing happened with Naya. When I had to go to Naya's school, right? She had a little problem in school. I had to go to the school. It's my other daughter, right? And they did a whole thing and they're talking. Nobody's talking to me. And then these motherfuckers wanted to end the meeting.
Wow.
They're like, all right, so we're all done, right? I said, nah, we ain't done. I said, nah, I got something to say. And then I fucking spoke. And I let them niggas know, you understand? I lead this shit. This is my kid. Me and the mom, nah, we ain't together. But I run this shit. And this is what the fuck is going down.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Too many of us get caught up in the logistics of the situation.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if you're with the woman or you're not with the woman. The deal is this. That is your family. That's your child.
Right.
Yo, listen. Here's how this is going. This is who I am. Let me address y'all. Let you know who I am. And this is what I think. And this is what's going on. I had to address it. So I do understand what happens. We sit there and we don't say nothing, and the woman is dealing with it, and we just sit there and we don't say nothing. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
You gotta stand up. You gotta lead your family.
Absolutely.
You gotta lead your clan.
Absolutely.
You gotta lead your people.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And if you don't make your presence known, they will negate you.
Yes.
And when they thought that they could negate me in multiple instances, and they were like, well, you know, we all have to leave now because it was only supposed to be a 20-minute meeting. That shit went on for another fucking 30 minutes.
Okay.
Because I had to say what the fuck I had to say. But I had to let them know. And here's what y'all have to understand. As the leader of your family, you have to let them know that you are the leader of that shit. That's cool. You talk to the mom, blah, blah, motherfucking blah. But here I come with my perspective, and this is how this shit's gonna fucking work. Right?
So why don't men do that more often?
Because I think they get caught up in the logistics of one, that let's deal from a standpoint, and I'll work my way up. One, you might not be with the woman, but you still have a child together, and you think because maybe you're not as involved on the everyday situation that you have nothing to say. That's just stupid. You have something to say. You have a fucking opinion, stupid. Make your opinion known. From another standpoint, when you are together with the woman, you know what, I'm gonna let her deal with that. I'm gonna let her deal with that. So you deal with that, honey. No, dick. You deal with that. She don't need to deal with that. I'm not saying because she can't deal with that. I'm saying that as a 2-parent household, have a 2-parent fucking conversation. Because her shit's gonna be a little different than my shit. We could both be on the same page, have the same agenda. But you know what? When it comes from this motherfucking voice, you niggas perk up.
That's right.
You be like, what's this nigga talking about? All right, cool. Oh, word? Okay. Because what I'm doing in that situation is I am reinforcing my woman. And I'm letting you know that my woman is not alone. I'm letting you know my child is not alone. I'm not letting you know that I lead the household. I'm letting you know that we're together. And that I am an active participant in this shit. That's what the fuck I'm letting you know.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what's happening in the house. What you niggas gonna see is I'm a fucking active participant in all of this.
Right.
And all this shit is mine.
Right.
That's what the fuck we supposed to be.
Right.
That is keeping your family safe. That's part of that.
Okay.
That's you defending your family, defending your children, defending your woman. That's what a man is. I'm not gonna let you speak, and I ain't gonna speak and just be like, oh, whatever she says, that's cool. Get the fuck out of here.
Give yourself some claps for that. That was a whole rant right there.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
And you know why? Because I learned that from my father. And when my father came to school, my mother, they sit there talk to my mother, and my father would speak. And when my father speak, the whole fucking energy of the room shifts. Because now the man is speaking. The man is talking. All right, word. And they respect that when the man talks. When you let them run over your ass, then they just run over your ass, and you go home, and you not even realize these niggas that ran over you, they think you weak. They think you not involved. They think you don't give a fuck. That's what they think of you.
Right.
But when you speak, these niggas, they listen. I'm on a long ass email chain now. I get shit from 9 school. These motherfuckers be calling like, yeah, Mr. Smith. I be like, put her ass on the phone.
Right.
The fuck you doing?
Right.
Okay, Dad. We good? Yeah, we good.
But
All right.
Rock, to your point, I definitely understand because my stepdad and my uncle was that way, and that's what I learned from.
Right.
Good, and you said something key. You said 2 key things. One, about reinforcing your woman, right, which is obviously very important, but also when a man speaks or comes, the energy in the room shifts, right? That's how it has to be.
Yeah.
But that's what they're afraid of, right? So that's why they try to, they're doing this shit now to try to separate us because they know that when we come in, we speak, it's a different ballgame. Now it's like, hey, this is how it's gonna fucking go.
Right.
Right? So, but then to them, oh, well, you don't gotta be so angry. You don't gotta be so threatening. Well, I don't have to, if you'd have did what you were supposed to do, I wouldn't have to come like this.
Right.
You understand?
And even if you're not angry, they still feel threatened.
But is it, exactly,
And you know what?
exactly.
And you know what? Guess what? I'm gonna fucking perpetuate that fucking energy. I want you to feel threatened. I want you to know you can't fuck with this. Because you know why? If I don't do that, my kid ends up in special ed.
That's right.
If I don't do that, we're gonna put them on pills. If I don't do that, and you gotta understand something, education's a fucking business. Every child that they put in special ed and put on medication is $1.
That's right.
Right? When they tried to put my daughter in fucking special ed because they said she was bilingual, and I shut that shit down, I talked to my aunt. She told me before I went to that meeting, she said, listen, they want to put your child in that because it increases their budget.
And they have quotas for that.
That is correct. And they're trying to make that quota, and they see your child is weak, they see you as weak, and they see her mother as weak. And you guys look like easy prey.
Yep.
Now the mom, all day. If I wouldn't have stepped in, my daughter would have been on the yellow school bus, the short joint, getting out at 1:30. When I stepped in, and they challenged me, they said, well, we're going to give her an exam, and we're going to see what happens. I said, you know what? Here's how confident I am in my shit. Give her the fucking exam. I said, she'll pass it, and we're going to move on from this shit. Guess what? She passed it, or maybe she failed it. But we won't know because they were like, we're not fucking with this nigga no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If she failed it or passed it, it didn't matter. They knew that I was a force to be reckoned with.
Right.
And I knew what these niggas was trying to do. Now you fuck with me, we gonna blow this shit up. It's like when my daughter beat this motherfucker up in school, right? She beat up the teacher, hit the nigga with some kung fu moves, bah, 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 because she fought karate, right? And she was crying about it. She beat up the teacher. Now, is it wrong that she beat up the teacher?
Yes.
100%. I ain't gonna argue with that. However, when I went to the school and they wanted to chastise me, they said, she obviously knows karate. She knows. And I sat there, and you know what? I did not tell these motherfuckers that my child knows karate. You know what I said? I said, my kid don't know no fucking karate. I said, she must have got that shit from the Power Rangers or some shit.
Oh, wow.
She saw that shit on TV. And I said, your ass is a grown-ass man sitting here with fucking broken glasses on. You should be ashamed of yourself that this happened to you.
Yeah, why did he put his hands on her in the first place?
Correct.
Because
She did.
karate is a defensive posture.
And she defended
Not
herself.
yeah, it's
And
not
I-
offensive. It's defensive.
And I went forward with that. And I said, now, if you want to fuck with me, I'm going to call Channel 11, Channel 7, Channel 2, 4, 6, and whatever, any other motherfucker to listen. And I'm going to let them know what you did to my kid.
Right.
And how that shit went down. You motherfuckers want that kind of heat? They were like, oh, okay, Mr. Smith. All right. And then when I went home, I laughed at her. I said, you are fucking crazy. I said, but guess what? Don't do that shit again.
Right. Right.
And I corrected it.
Okay.
Right? It's like when my son made a shank in school. I was proud of him. I was proud. Nigga made a shank.
Like jail?
Yeah, straight up. Like he took a popsicle stick and then sharpened it, right? And then put a thing on it, right? Because he wanted to defend himself against a bully. I understood what he was doing. And they brought the shank to me, and I was like, "This, what, my son? Oh my God!" I said, "I'll deal with that." And we were walking home, and I laughed like a motherfucker. I said, "Listen, Elijah," I said, "it ain't right that you did that. Don't do that ever again. If you do that again, I'm gonna bust your fucking ass." And then I laughed, and I said, "But, however, I am proud of you because you defended yourself. Very important dynamic." He stood up as a man to defend himself. It might not have been. It might have been misguided, but he did stand up.
You got some comments, you know.
Right? And I was like this, nah, B, don't do that. In the comment section, shit's popped off. Okay. Leanne, you always disagree with me, so what the fuck you talking about? She was like, I disagree. Female children of single male parents are more likely to lean into their nurturing side and tend to be caregivers to their fathers. All right. I disagree. Female children of single male parents are more likely, and you know what, Leanne? I never said that. They are more likely to do that. They are more likely to take care of the male. You're absolutely right. But they will have a male sensibility about them. That's what I said. You're right. They're going to nurture them. They want to take care of them. But guess what? You know who does that? Men. Men take care of their families. Men take care of their people.
Yeah, and also too, let me just add this too. And I don't know any women that have, you know, single parents as men. But what I do know is when there is usually a woman in the home, she's the caregiver naturally.
Correct.
As a mom. So when you have a male father as a single parent, your role changes to like a daughter wife.
Correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
He will guide the girl to take care of him.
That is absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's not like she's more of a nurturer. She's been groomed
To be
right,
that.
a daughter wife.
That is correct.
Right, just like a mother's son.
Right.
A single mom will raise her son to be a son husband. Right?
That's deep.
Yeah.
You're right.
But that's true.
You're right though.
You know,
And he gonna take care of his mama
right.
all day.
Until he gets a girlfriend and then there's a problem.
And he gonna be with his mama. 'Cause he ain't fucking with the girlfriend. His mama is first love, baby. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's move on because
All right, you should do the relationship.
all right,
show.
let me stay on the Rihanna track.
All right.
Okay, because I just learned that Rihanna's performance at the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
it's one of the topics, has over 100 complaints.
To the FC, yes.
What are they complaining
All
about?
right, so this is
Oh, I love this. Fucking let's go.
so the comeback. It's from the comeback article. It says Rihanna's Super Bowl 57 performance may have been a bit too much for some folks in the audience. A few weeks ago, according to TMZ, the FCC received over 100 complaints about her performance. It says Rihanna, who is clearly very pregnant, apparently scared some viewers with her performance. Some complained about the lyrics to her songs. Some complained about,
Why?
while others complained
Are
about
they new songs?
the red outfit that she wore and comparing her Super Bowl performance to Sam Smith. I guess because
The
Red.
demonic thing. Right?
Yes.
Oh, now
Okay.
Red is the devil.
One viewer even said, I don't care what anyone worships, but children should not be exposed to pornography. And as an adult, I don't wish to see it.
What was the pornography?
Where has the decency gone? How about respect for others and for self? I'll explain.
Please.
Well, it goes
You know,
on.
I'm bugging out. So
I guess some of these viewers have forgotten that Valentine's Day was going to be a few days after the Super Bowl, and maybe that's why she wore red, which is not true. But the 100 complaints are nothing compared to the nearly 600,000 complaints received after the Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake performance.
yeah, because the titty popped out.
Right. Ironic thing is that several viewers were disappointed that Rihanna didn't do enough during her performance.
Nigga, she got 12 minutes.
Well, here's the problem. It wasn't about Rihanna doing the dancing that created, because she couldn't move. She really wasn't dancing.
Yeah, what dance?
It was her backup dancers.
What they do?
They were gyrating and doing that funky shit.
Oh.
Right.
Is that the type of time we on?
And a lot of people
Thought it
who
was
watched the
great.
Super Bowl
Thought it was great.
never listened to Rihanna's songs clearly, because a lot of her songs
Well,
are
it's too
highly
late. She's a
suggestive.
billionaire already.
Listen, her just very quickly, her.
I'm sorry, I just want to say this. But you fuckers don't complain about Lil Nas X.
But that we know of.
Fuck that. Rihanna for president.
That we know of.
Rihanna goes on the Super Bowl pregnant and becomes the first person to ever perform on the Super Bowl as a pregnant person, visibly,
Right.
Which is beautiful.
which is beautiful.
Very beautiful.
And pornography, the backup dancers, the fuck you. I watched it. Nothing about that was offensive to me, right? I saw Lil Nas X and his cover. Oh wait, hold on. Ain't nobody say nothing about when Lil Nas X
Whoa.
showed up with the pregnant, right?
Right.
What happened to that outrage?
Oh, well, listen to you, huh? Come on.
Backwards ass world.
Ooh.
This dude gets on the cover talking about he's giving birth and he's got a pregnant belly. Yo, ain't say shit about that. You see a natural woman proud to be pregnant and you got a problem with that? What the fuck kind of ass back motherfuckers is
Wow.
you
Hey,
talking
with the
about?
cussing now. Come on now. Watch
Listen,
your language.
These niggas need to know
Facts.
that that's dumb shit.
Facts.
And I'm tired of that.
Facts.
Okay.
Just like I'm tired of that dude, something Scott motherfucker, that said he shouldn't fuck with black people.
Scott.
I don't even know who this guy is.
Oh.
Honestly, he's not even important to me.
No, but he's a cartoonist.
Scott Adams?
Right.
Scott Adams. Yeah,
He's a
Scott Adams.
cartoonist.
He says that black people are a hate group.
Yes,
Yeah, he
did.
called black people
And then I
haters.
watched the video because I had to watch it.
And
right?
he said, and
Who sent that? Was that you doing?
Was it Gary?
That was Jeff.
Oh.
That was Jeff.
So here's the deal with that, right? He said all these negative things about black people
Out loud.
out loud. Now, what's that basketball player's name?
Which one?
Oh, Kyrie? Was it
Right.
Kyrie?
That recommended a film.
Yeah,
that was
yeah, yeah,
deemed
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see.
anti-Semitic.
Right.
Yeah.
And he never said he was anti-Semitic.
Never said, right?
He just recommended a film. And everybody fucking went crazy. And he had to get Holocaust training and all this stupid shit, right? This dude says, white people, stop fucking with black people. Let's stop helping them. Da-da-da. They are beating us up in the streets and all this wild shit. Yeah, this nigga says all this shit, right? That's why I don't fuck with black people.
Did he go the animal route where, like, these animals?
He didn't say animals, but he totally insinuated it.
Okay.
And there's no outrage.
Well, no.
There's no, where the fuck is Black Lives Matter?
We're the men
Where are the
defending.
men?
We're the men defending themselves against this guy.
Right. We're supposed to organize, protest, be in front of this nigga's house, and be like, we demand an apology.
And you got to go to the African American Museum.
That's correct. And you got to kiss Jesse Jackson's ass.
And you got to pay.
Like he did on South Park.
Right. You got to pay.
Reparations.
Not reparations.
Money.
Yeah.
Right? To help black people. Where's that shit at? You know
No,
what?
he
It's
said.
nowhere.
He
You know
said
why?
we shouldn't help them.
Well, but we should make them pay. Because here's the deal. And I'm going to be really square on this. Everybody can say whatever they want about us. and we just take
Yeah, because we can say nigga all day.
right. We can just
And without being, penalized or anything.
right, and we just take it. We do. Oh, you said that.
But we're the men in this particular fight.
Where the men? Where are the people? Where's everybody in this fight?
Yeah.
To be like, yo, that shit's wrong. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but we're gonna rise up against you, and we're gonna make you pay for your statement.
Okay, so let's get it going.
Guess what? Nowhere. I was the only nigga that was outraged about it. Some people said some stuff on Twitter because I read some of the comments. Right? Some people was like, "Yeah, he's right. That was white people."
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Right? And all that, but we wasn't even engaged in it. That shit should be front page news for us.
And you see, it was, and that happened, I believe, maybe 24 hours ago, and maybe I saw it, and I actually Googled. It was maybe in 3 or 4 newspapers, and it was nothing major, like none of the major news sites or anything like that. It was like,
wasn't in the Post.
Yeah, it was on no major news platform or no major news site. I'm like, oh, this is very interesting.
Well, this is another example of the attack on black men.
Really?
And how it is not being treated as something serious.
Because guess what? If that nigga was scared of black men, he wouldn't say that shit. Mm-hmm. And I want to.
Well, he can be a what do you call a keyboard gangster?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something that was interesting today that happened to me. I was on 44th Street today after I went to work, and I went to lunch at Gordon
Ramsay's
fish and chips joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful, great shit. And random, it was just random. I'm walking down the street, and this white woman from Russia is going, "I am strong. I am powerful. I am Russian. I am not fucking weak," right? And she's just saying this walking down the street. And she turns to me and looks in my eyes and says it to me, right? And I'm like, so I started puffing up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Right? And I said, you know what? This is a trap. If I address this in a way that I would like to do it, there's going to be a police situation. It's going to be crazy.
So how'd you respond?
I just looked at it and I said, yeah, whatever. And she stopped saying that shit. And then she just kept walking like, ooh. Like, yeah, whatever, bitch. Guess what? If you want to see what strength is, keep talking. Right? Because now, why are you addressing me?
Well, she was addressing no one at all at first,
At
right?
first. But then when she looked at me in the eyes, that's engagement.
Yeah.
Right? If you engage a dog, right? A dog's going to do what it's got to do. Or a wolf or a lion. Now you're engaging me. Right? Now I'm taking it a little personal now.
Nah, you can't respond to crazy.
No, which I didn't. That's why I said, whatever.
Right.
And she was like, oh. It was almost like, oh. And she started walking her weak ass off.
Well, that's what she wanted. She wanted engagement.
And
I think she
wasn't-
wasn't expecting it from you.
Yeah, so I wasn't even trying to do that.
Which means...
But that was just an interesting exchange.
No, it's a relationship.
Yeah, it is.
And we're going to segue into the relationship advice. So in this segment, we're going to do relationship advice. And as you know, we do a round table. And we're going to go around and Rock will give his opinion last. So let's get started, shall we? So here we go. Relationship advice. Number 1. I slept with my freaky fave one last time before I got married 2 years ago. I ghosted her and went on with my new life. She found out I got married and posted about how I gave her herpes. Maybe I did. And that's why my kid was born blind, which is true. Is that karma? How do I fix this? Gary, what say you on the matter?
Wow. You can't fix that.
Right?
Yeah, there's no fixing. There's no fixing
Right.
that. I mean, Clearly, he gave her herpes, right?
Right.
And it's sad that the kid came out blind. So,
Right.
Yeah, he can't fix that.
Wow.
Ain't no fixing.
There ain't no fixing it. DOA, what say you?
I mean, you want my opinion on?
Yes, of course. That's
he
why
should-
we're doing a round table.
I just think the whole shit is fucked up. And
Okay.
She got burnt. He was burnt, and the baby's burnt. It's fucked
Everybody
up.
burnt.
There's nothing you can do about the shit.
Everybody burnt.
It's fucked up, man. You
Everybody burnt.
Herpes is like luggage in taxes. You can't get rid of it.
Yeah, you
Right.
keep it.
And,
Right.
Yeah, so it is what it is, man. You know.
Okay.
I mean,
All
right.
so prayers up. I mean,
Can
shit.
we address the early part? So did he get herpes from the girlfriend?
No.
No.
She posted after she found out 2 years later, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
She found out 2 years later. She'd been living with herpes, I guess, since their last encounter.
The freaky bro.
Right. And she never knew he was married until, I guess, she found out maybe on Facebook or something.
Right.
And then she blasted that he gave her herpes, which she outed herself as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually noble.
Right. And then he had to look back because his son was born blind. Because
Okay.
he's assuming that maybe he did give her herpes.
Right. Okay.
And he wants, is it karma? He wants to know if it's karma.
All right.
And he wants to know how to fix it.
All right. You want to address this?
No.
Good. Okay. I'm gonna address it. Listen, Dick. How you gonna fix a blind kid? Like really? Like what the fuck are you talking about? Right? You gave your old lady herpes. You gave the other girl herpes. You knew you had herpes. And here's the deal. Here's why it's disrespectful. Because you can have herpes and not give it to somebody.
Right.
Because herpes is only active, as I am a medical professional, when it's happening.
Right.
And if it's happening, just don't fuck nobody.
Right.
After that, you can fuck anybody. So you fucked up. You did it. It's your fault. And guess what? Like the great DOA says, you can't fix that.
That's right.
So move on.
Damn. Imagine having an active herpes like outbreak and have it. Wouldn't that be painful?
I mean, I don't know. I don't have herpes.
Well, it's a wart, right? That's growing on your genitals?
Nah, it's the outbreak is whatever the outbreak is, and when you have the outbreak,
But it's on your genitals, isn't it?
it could be on your genitals. Herpes is very interesting, right? Because they say that 50% or 75% of people have herpes or whatever, right?
Or some form of it.
Or some form of it, you know. So it's just that's kind of what it is. But if you know you're having an outbreak, don't have sexual contact.
Yeah, because I'm thinking it's probably painful. If something is growing on your body, like a wart or something, why would you even think about having sex?
I don't know.
Can we change the subject?
But here's what I want to say about that. Here's what I want to say about that. Apparently, according to him, it ain't painful.
Yeah, apparently he's lived with it so long that he's just ignoring it.
All right, there you go.
All right, next.
Go.
Punched holes in my wall after I caught him in a very compromising position with the guy he games with.
Big shout out to my man DJ Supreme and out.
Hey! According to him, he says, I dropped the controller and was picking it up when you walked in. And I didn't know his pants were unzipped.
All right, go back to the top.
Go back to the beginning because I already know what's happening with this.
And I was hitting the claps when you said it. Please, go again.
Okay. Gonna do it with much more dramatic flair.
Yes, please.
Punched holes in my wall after I caught him in a very compromising position
This is a female.
with the guy he games with. Him. I dropped the controller and was picking it up when you walked in. And I didn't know his pants was unzipped. He won't leave. I've got nowhere to go. Help.
Go ahead, Gary.
Go ahead, Gary.
Damn. Wow.
Clearly, there was a joystick involved. There was a joystick involved because they were gaming, apparently. And he didn't know his pants was unzipped.
So
They said unzipped or down?
No, unzipped.
Alright, so alright. Was it unzipped and something?
No,
else?
you can't say anything.
I'm sorry.
all right. So
That shit sounds crazy. Go ahead.
So I'm assuming that the person talking is the female.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. All right, so, it's, so if she walked in and caught him in a compromising position, so how much did she get to see? Right?
Well, clearly, I'm assuming when she opened the door, he was on his knees, right? For him to say, I dropped something. So if he dropped it, it must have been on the ground. So he must have been down, as he's told her, the controller dropped. And then I didn't know his pants was unzipped. So at the same time, she's probably seeing more than she actually saw, but she wanted to ask him, what the fuck's going on here? And that's when he told that bullshit.
So the question is, all right, so I'm sure that, we've gamed before, so how do you game sit next to someone and their pants is unzipped?
Well, I mean, depending on where the controller dropped, it must have dropped between the other guy's legs, clearly.
But this is all fucked up. All right, pass.
DOA, what say you?
So he sucks dick.
Right.
And she caught him sucking dick.
Right.
Not sucking dick, but he sucked dick.
Okay. All right.
Now, if she stays there, they're going to probably have a fucking threesome.
Well, I don't think so.
Well, it don't matter. She's like, help. Help what?
Yeah, she wants.
The man sucked dick.
Well, I mean, he won't leave. She
What do you mean
says
he won't leave? What does that mean?
that means she probably said get the fuck out because she doesn't believe him.
No,
That means.
I think she.
Oh, okay.
knows.
All right. Go ahead, Ron.
No.
ahead,
Read
go
the
ahead.
end. Read the end of it.
Okay. He won't leave.
Oh, he won't leave.
I've got nowhere to go. Help. All right, Rock. Go ahead. Take it. Go, Rock. You want to say something? Say it.
All right, I'm gonna be constructive here. Your man is obviously gay, right? And he made an excuse because you busted him. Now you want to know he won't leave and you have no place to go. Well, if it's your apartment, you can just call the police and have them remove this nigga from the fucking house. It's a very simple process.
Okay.
Now, if he's on the lease, okay, now you got a problem.
Right. I think that's probably where she's at with it.
Right. Because now you're both on the lease.
Right.
So here's the deal. Then you need to get your shit together.
Right. Quietly.
Save your money, baby,
Right.
and get the fuck out of
That word. That's
You
your
ain't-
help.
You ain't got to
Help yourself.
Help your motherfucking self, because this nigga is not about you. He's about gaming,
Ooh. On joysticks.
bending over.
With unzipped pants, finding his
the money.
controller. Okay.
All right?
All right,
Next.
let's move on then.
Move out, bitch.
My man cheated and I put him out. But he texted the most beautiful apology about loving me. And I took him back and I got pregnant.
Ooh.
Then he cheated again.
Well, first of all, he did it deliberately. But
All right, you just
I'm sorry.
You just breaking all the rules of this game here.
I ain't gonna say that. I'm sorry.
Me, she says.
What's up, Dave?
Hey Dave.
That's Dave from the Violators.
There you go. She says, how can you text about love and still cheat? He goes, Chat GPT. Didn't write or mean it. Bots and prayers. I'm sick. Help.
What?
We can talk about that too.
Oh, that could be another. Well,
That's a whole nother thing.
That chat GPT could be a conversation.
Oh, that's
Talk about it, Gary.
Go ahead.
Like that, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah,
like he knew
right.
exactly what he was doing.
Right,
and she fell for the bullshit.
Yeah, she did.
Like, I mean, in simple terms, she fell for the bullshit. Don't blame it on the AI.
Right.
Simple.
All right, DOA. What say you?
He didn't give a fuck.
That's right.
I mean, what the fuck? I mean, the breakdown, it speaks for itself.
Right, it's true.
What the fuck?
Okay, Rock, go ahead. Because.
First of all, they broke up, right? Is that what
It doesn't say that.
What's it say in the beginning?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Oh, yeah. No. At first, okay, I'll say it again.
Yeah.
My man cheated and I put him out.
All right.
But
All right. He did the words.
he texted the most beautiful apology about loving me and I took him back.
Right. You stop there. And then
She got pregnant.
he busted nothing up
Yeah.
and got her pregnant, which was delivered, by the way.
Right. And then he cheated
So
again.
No. Well, let's deal with one section at a
All
time.
right, let's go.
He did that so he could keep you. Let's start with that. Because now you're permanent. No matter what happens, you are permanent in his life because you got pregnant and you have a child. And he did that deliberately. Now you're mad because he used AI to give you those words and he told you about it. Here's the deal. AI is artificial intelligence is a very dangerous tool, right? Now, let's go with foundation. If he cheated on you, no matter what the words were, you shouldn't even have fucked with him ever again. You should be like, you know what? I'm not gonna fuck with this nigga.
She fell for the bullshit.
But he hit you with the fucking rope-a-dope. Mm-hmm. You went in, and then while you were in, you didn't even think that when you were having sex and he was skadooshin, that this would mean or amount to anything.
Oh, it did.
Or maybe you did.
It amounted to a baby.
Correct. But maybe you didn't think anything of it while he was doing it. Here's what I'm saying. He already had his plan in place. He got back and he's like, I'm gonna get this bitch pregnant. And he did that.
Because you ain't putting me out.
Correct.
Again.
And we gonna be a family. And then once we a family,
I'm going to cheat again.
exactly.
And she's in love.
Right. And she's in love.
Look, I mean, look at what she said. He wrote me the most beautiful apology. So Guards is completely down.
And he said he didn't mean it. He said he didn't write it and he didn't mean it. Bots and prayers. So he's just like, I don't give a fuck. I had AI help me out.
Dave said he needed somewhere to lay his head. Absolutely.
He's homeless.
That nigga was couch
He's
surfing.
homeless.
Big shout out to my man cousin Sid in the house. Big
Hey.
shout out to Sid in the house. He's got a basketball camp coming up.
Oh,
That we're gonna be doing this EMT thing.
nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, he's been down with the ruckus and all that shit all over.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
So we're gonna do the first aid for his basketball camp.
Nice.
So,
Excellent.
yeah, but
Give yourself some claps
yeah,
for that.
You know what?
Here you go. Shout out to cousin Sid.
Yeah, and guess what? Bitch, you're a dummy, so you're stuck.
Okay, ready? Next.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, I spent my check on a motel room for my girlfriend.
Oh.
Her husband tracked her car and caught her with me. He told me, "Oh, you thought you was special, nigga?" Then she got dressed and went home with him. Left me broke, naked, and alone. I need revenge. Help. Gary.
Dumbass.
Let's go.
Hell? I mean, he spent his check to take her to a motel on Valentine's Day.
A motel.
Yeah, a motel on Valentine's Day. Like, what kind of
It could have been nice.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna run that back for me because I gotta run it back.
You want to run it back?
No, for me.
Okay.
You can answer.
I mean, yeah, he's a dumbass.
Okay.
He's a dumbass.
All
Like,
right.
he spent so for him to now maybe I'm not making any judgment.
All right.
You know, maybe he felt things were going good, so to him maybe want to do something special as a motel for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
But I mean, he had to have known that she has a husband.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you know, it's this is a stupid situation.
Okay.
It's like, I mean, yeah, he's a dumbass. He's
All right.
to
All right.
get hung out like that.
DOA, what say you?
Yeah, run that shit back.
Okay. Valentine's Day, I spent my check on a motel room for my girlfriend. Her husband tracked her car and caught her with me. He told me, "Oh, you thought she was special, nigga?" Then she got dressed.
Did you just say nigga?
Guess what it says here. Then she got dressed and went home with him. Left me broke, naked, and alone. I need revenge. Help.
So this is grown ass fucking people we're talking about.
I'm assuming.
So let's talk about the Valentine's Day thing.
Okay, let's go.
This bitch nigga spent money,
He spent money.
his whole check on Valentine's Day.
There you go.
First of all, he already fucked up.
Right.
You a bitch nigga
Okay.
spending your check on fucking Valentine's Day, nigga.
This is the
How
issue?
old is this nigga?
I don't know, man.
I'm stuck on that alone.
Okay, let's
I don't
go.
give a fuck if the nigga, like, she went back to her husband.
Okay,
Fucking
all
shit
right.
happens.
Okay, let's
You
go.
bitch-fied nigga.
All right.
Valentine's Day, nigga.
Okay, let's
Grown
go.
ass people running around. You bitch nigga walking down the block with a bunch of fucking flowers on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
He already lost points on that.
All right. All
So
right.
good for his ass.
All right. All right.
She
So,
set him up. Right? They probably spent this nigga's money on Valentine's Day.
all right.
We took her to the fucking Steinway Inn or some shit. Where did they go?
Okay. So here's why I'm at with this.
Oh, you finally got some shit.
I do. Just for this one. Usually, Valentine's Day is prepared in advance. You already chose your gift days before the holiday. That's how it usually works.
Yeah.
He's a broke ass nigga because a motel is like $39 a night. It's not a hotel.
It's a motel.
He didn't say that I spent the money. And usually a motel you don't have to make a reservation for in
Fuck no.
advance.
That's a
So
fucking
he
room.
did not plan to do anything special with this married chick. He got a day room he
Yep.
wanted to fuck at, and he spent $39 and had no more money left.
You said, and that was his check, right?
That's what he said.
Where does nigga work at?
First of all, who cares? I just want to know how he is able to bag a whole married woman
Yeah.
that he could spend a $39 a night room on a fucking bang session.
Well, obviously she's a bum bitch. That's a bum bitch.
Okay? So
That's probably the bitch
apparently,
that got the
according
herpes.
to the husband, he probably already knew she was getting banged out by a broke nigga because he put a tracking device on her car. Okay? Okay?
This whole shit is fucked up.
Fair enough.
So the husband approaches the broke nigga in the motel and says, "You thought you was special," which means
fucking
she's
up.
done this before.
right.
This whole
And
shit
he's
is
caught
fucked
up
up.
multiple times. And then after which they did their whole, dog and pony show where she just gets up. He didn't beat the bitch ass or his ass. She just got up and got dressed and walked out. And apparently took his clothes with them. So he wants revenge.
He wants revenge
He wants revenge.
for the $39.
I know what you did that night. So, yes. So,
I remember that night.
yeah. Apparently, this broke ass nigga was helping this woman cheat on her husband and spent his whole $39 check on a motel room. I don't know what to say about that, but he got everything he deserved. He should have got his ass whooped too. That $39 should have came with a 2-piece special.
She should have got her ass whipped too. She married.
But she's done this before. So
that makes it right?
If the husband keeps taking her back, she's going to find another bargain basement dick suck to go to later on. He's got to put a tracking device. The tracking device costs more than a motel room.
Right?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
So clearly her husband got money and this broke nigga don't. And she getting banged out at the Motel 8.
Broke niggas.
Yeah, at the she's getting banged out at the Motel 8 where you have to put the blue light to see all the stains on the wall.
So basically she's having a cake and well, I can't say having a cake and eat it too.
No, she's having a little Debbie. She's having a little Debbie cake. She's having a little snack. And why is she not spending Valentine's Day with her husband?
I don't know.
Wow. So apparently, in my mind, I'm thinking they got an hourly room where she thought she could slide off. Right? It wasn't an overnight stay. You know, those motels charge by the hour, not by the night.
I mean, motels.
Well, hotel,
Holiday Inn.
Yeah. So she probably thought she was gonna slide off with her little Debbie's, have a little snack cake, and
She
then
wanted a little bit of dang-diggy.
But she got caught. Now that's it for me. So he's broke, naked, and alone. He wants revenge. He ain't getting it.
Too bad.
He can't afford revenge.
Right. Okay, Rock, what say you?
All right, first of all, let me deal with the. Let's deal with the dynamics of this.
Okay, let's go.
Right? You know you fucking with a married woman.
Yep.
Let's start with that. And you got busted because of what the husband did. Let's deal with the woman. The woman is
For the streets.
stupid. Because obviously you're not leaving your husband. And here's the deal, right? There's a rule about cheating that I think that everyone should follow, which she didn't follow this. If you're going to cheat up. Cheat better than the motherfucker you're with, right? So if you get busted cheating, you've leveled up. She obviously leveled down.
Way down.
Because the husband can afford a tracking device. This nigga can't afford a hotel room. You cheated down.
He can't even afford advice.
Correct. Can't afford advice. 2, the husband, you need to leave this bitch. And you should be mad. And you know why you should be mad? Because she cheated down.
Down.
She cheated less than you. I'd be like, listen, bitch, I'm out. You fucking with this bum ass nigga? Nah, I gotta go. Right? 2, dumbass. I'm glad the nigga took your clothes. He was supposed to. Now he got your clothes.
Yeah, but he came out with no scratches or bruises. He didn't get shot. He just got his clothes taken.
Right. And that's cool. So, and then you want to get revenge? Let me tell you something, nigga. You don't want that smoke.
You know what revenge is? A job.
Right.
Nigga.
Go get a job. Because you don't want that smoke that the husband and the wife is going to give to you.
Right, because they left as a couple.
That's correct. So they down. This nigga is leading. He's the man. If he busts your ass, she gonna bust your ass too. So don't get it twisted. Leave it alone. You don't want that smoke dick. Stop fucking with married people. Get a job and stop complaining. Revenge is not an option.
Wow.
For you. You know why? Because you can't afford revenge. What is it?
Revenge.
Revenge.
Sorry. You can't afford revenge, nigga. Move on.
All right. This is the last one.
All right,
I skipped one.
All right.
I might get to another one, but let's see. My crazy ex.
Oh yeah, this is good.
who never returned my key, by the way,
Word.
hid in my bedroom closet and
Never
attacked me.
Never return what? The key. Oh, I gotta pee. Hold on. Go ahead, keep it going.
I'm going to just read this again.
Yeah. I gotta pee.
My crazy ex, who never returned my key, hid in my bedroom closet and attacked me when I brought her friend to bed. She scared me, and I let out a high-pitched scream. My ex posted the scream video, and I've lost my job as a bouncer, and I'm losing new female prospects. Help me, Gary.
So, okay. He didn't take away his ex's, so his ex still had the keys to his place. She hid in his closet.
Yes.
He brings home her friend. So this altercation happens, and I guess she lets out a big scream.
No, he does. So this is his ex.
Right,
His
right.
ex hid in his bedroom closet. He brought home her friend.
Right. Okay, I got that.
And when she came out, she must have busted out the closet, and he screamed. And
Was
she
it like
recorded
a-
it.
Oh, so probably was a bitch scream or something.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, you was an ass, because when you break up, you take your keys, dummy.
Right.
All right, that's a good start.
I'm just saying.
Changed a lot.
Yes. Take your keys back, change the lot.
Right.
All problems averted, done.
Right.
So you fucked up, bro. That's
There
on
you
you.
go. That's it. Okay, DOA.
I think this shit is hilarious. I think it's
Right.
all right, cool. I mean, I'm kind of confused with the losing the job thing. I don't but okay. I mean, you should have just fucking, I wouldn't have screamed. I would have, I would have fucked both of them. But that's just me. But shit, I wouldn't have changed the locks either. I would have said fuck it. I would have screamed. I would have played it off, and then just switched it up. But
Okay.
as far as losing the job, I'm kind of confused on that shit.
Well, she probably posted it online where I guess it went viral.
I would have lived off it. It went viral. I would have made it work for me.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, he would have. You gotta do.
And as far as him losing chicks, he must have really like
It must have been, yeah, it
like
must
some
have been
real
like-
shit,
right.
Like, how you that type of scream,
Right.
So I don't, it just sounds like some bitch shit to me. I
Okay.
mean, it's just got a bad rap, but fuck
All
it.
right.
All right. Let's go, Rock.
Go ahead, Rob.
Can I hear the story real quick?
All right. Oh,
Just
damn.
again. Just read it quickly.
All right. Oh, geez.
All right, just quickly.
Okay.
Because it was a dynamic. I know about them losing their job.
Okay.
Go.
My crazy ex,
Yeah, I'm good.
who never returned my key,
Yep.
hid in my bedroom closet and attacked me when I brought her friend to bed.
Right.
She scared me,
A friend. Okay, go ahead.
and I let out a high-pitched scream.
Bitch ass.
Ex posted the scream video, and I lost my job as a bouncer.
Oh, okay.
And I'm losing new female prospects? Help me.
Nigga, it's over, nigga. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to say about that? First of all, you're a stupid ass. Should have got the key back. That's number one. Two, you screamed, and you lost your job as a bouncer. You're a fucking moron. That's what it is. But two, you did fuck a friend.
Which he could have got away with if it wasn't for that pesky ex.
Yeah.
So, listen. And you did that, and that was terrible that you did that. That's so unfortunate. Right?
Yeah.
And you were probably fucking a friend before you broke up with her. Let's start
Right.
with that.
Valid point.
Yeah.
Right? You probably did that. You lost your job because I don't think that he lost the job because of the scream. I think he lost the job because he was in a compromising position.
Maybe. Yeah. Could
That's
be
what I'm
a clause there. What they call it.
Right.
But what's the clause called?
behavioral.
No, it's the same thing with those reporters where
Yeah.
they were having sex with each other while I still married.
Right.
Ethical.
Ethical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, nigga, that's why you lost your job. Now, what does he want to do? What's his advice? What does he want to know?
He wants help.
There's
'Cause-
no help.
Right.
Nigga, you lost your job. Right. There's nothing to help you. You lost your job.
And he can't get no new bitches.
Well, nigga, hold on. How small is your town? That's what I'm saying, right?
Must be pretty fucking small.
Right. Then you can't get no new bitches?
Right.
Nigga, move to a city. How about that? And you'll get all the bitches you want.
Oh,
you know what
shit.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And your bouncing career, you could bounce back
You could bounce back.
if you move to a city.
Bounce back, nigga.
Yeah, get out of that small ass town, take the L, but I want to recognize something in this. You were wrong. Because you was fucking her friend.
Well,
You are, and I just want to be clear. That wasn't the first fuck.
No.
They've been fucking.
Right.
He didn't just bring her home and fuck her.
Okay.
You broke up with her, right?
Okay.
And also, you are stupid. Because she didn't just turn crazy and end up in your closet. She been crazy. You knew she was crazy.
Knew she was crazy.
That's why you broke up with her. And you didn't get the key. And you didn't change the lock. And then you bugged out when she's in your closet. Nigga, you fucked up. I'm going to go with DOA in this thing. You know what? You should have flipped it when she jumped out the closet.
The punch in the head and tell her, look, we gonna have sex together.
Exactly.
Okay.
Club in the head, stick your cock in the mouth, and keep it moving.
Okay.
That's what you should have done.
Okay.
You're fucking weak. See, you are the problem with the
Whoa.
black man today. You don't fucking lead, nigga. You don't lead. You were supposed to lead that situation. You just were like, yo, oh shit, I got two broads. She bugging out. I know she in love with me. That's why she's
She hid in the closet.
Exactly.
the nigga became Norbit.
Right. He became Norbit instead of just going, you know what?
Norbit.
Hey, you in the closet. Out. All right, listen. Get on the motherfucking cop.
Or I'm
You.
gonna call the cops.
Right. This is your friend. Your friends already. Now let's just all come together
Right.
and let's just meet in the middle.
Yeah, love
'Cause
each other.
I want to be your friend too.
You don't have to stay in the closet. You can get in on this.
on this action.
Right. Because you miss it clearly while you hide.
Right. So let's just all do it.
All right.
So he fucked up.
Okay.
Fuck
All
that
right.
nigga. You fucking weak.
Now,
You know who you are?
Okay.
You're ASAP Rocky.
he's Will Smith.
He's fucking Will Smith. You're weak.
Mm.
A strong man would have put the cock in everybody that day.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just giving claps.
Yeah, give yourself some claps. Okay. I can do two more or I can just do one more, depending on time.
Nah, do one more because I gotta go perform.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 10:30.
Yeah, I gotta go rock. We gotta go to a wedding.
All right.
I gotta go rock the mic.
There you go. Okay. Ready? Last one. Last. Married guy here. This is my first affair. I need to communicate to my dominatrix girlfriend that gentle choking in bed is sexy. Punching me in the face and calling me a cheating bitch is not. I am this close to calling the police on her, but I really like her. Advice? Gary.
Oh, this is up your alley. Go ahead, BDSM man. Talk about it.
So, all right. This dude, he just got married, right?
No,
No, he didn't.
this is his first affair.
Oh, this is his first.
He's established.
Ah.
Okay?
So he's married and he has a dominatrix girlfriend.
Right.
So, wait.
Do I need to read this
No,
again?
no. All right, it's his first affair, but he has a... All right, good, keep going.
Go ahead.
Go, read it again.
All right.
No. You're right. You're on track.
Okay, all right.
I can read it again.
No, all right.
All right.
So he's married and he has a dominatrix girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay, that's a challenging problem there. Okay, that's problem number one.
Okay.
So, and his dominatrix girlfriend is calling him,
Okay.
or when they play, she calls him.
Let me repeat
Read that
this.
shit again.
Okay. Married guy here. This is my first affair.
First affair.
I need to communicate to my dominatrix girlfriend that gentle choking in bed is sexy. Punching me in the face and calling me a cheating bitch is not. I'm this close to calling the police on her, but I really like her.
Okay, well, see, oh God, wow, oh man, yeah,
We got all this shit.
yeah, he definitely got problems. First of all, how the fuck he get married in the first place? That's one, because if he has a dominatrix girlfriend and she's punching him in the face, it gets to a point where she's punching him in the face, calling him a cheating bitch. There's no manhood there. All gone. Or it doesn't even seem like it was even there. This dude is stuck. This dude is stuck.
Oh God!
And clearly he's a submissive man. He's clearly a submissive man.
Yes.
Right? Because more times than not, it's a female who would talk about choking in bed and all that other shit.
Okay.
Right? But now he talk about the light choking is sexy. All right, fine. But he's submissive beta male.
All right.
So that doesn't even
DOA. What do you have to say about this, DOA?
I call him a ban, B-A-N.
A bitch ass nigga.
Bitch ass nigga. That's it. He's a fucking man. That's all I got to say. He's just a bitch made nigga. That's it.
Okay. Rock?
I go to the bathroom. I can't.
I'm gonna say this because I have to go perform. But he is a example of everything that I talk about. You're not a leader. You're not a man. You're not someone that keeps your people safe. You are dependent on others. Can you read the last part?
What are we talking about?
The last
help.
Part. No, just above that.
Okay, hold on.
Calling the cops.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
He says this close to call the cops.
That's how I know you're a bitch ass nigga. Cause you can't even handle your business to tell this woman to stop punching you in your face. Matter of fact, let's just back it up. She's punching you in your face and you're not punching her back. You are a bitch ass nigga.
Well.
And you're close to calling the police. Hold on. Now I gotta sit up.
Good. Oh, you've been laying down this whole time?
Nah, I sat back. What do you mean you're this close to calling the police? Nigga, handle your business. I'm not telling you to beat her, but be a fucking man. Be like, yo, listen, don't hit me. Don't punch me in my face. I don't like that. I like the choking. It's nice. The other thing is nice. But you punch me in the face, you've crossed a line that I'm not comfortable with. And I'm telling you, I'm not comfortable with it. But you repeatedly keep crossing the line. So what you have to do, I'm just gonna give you some advice in your situation, is let her know that there will be consequences if she crosses the line. That's all.
So
I want to say something because I just want to chime in really quickly. She punched him in the face and she called him a cheating bitch, which he is. Now, he's married and he's seeing a dominatrix girlfriend. In my humble opinion, he get what he gives. He gets what he gives.
I want more of that.
He's married, having a dominatrix girlfriend on the side.
Keep going.
Allows him, not to say he should be punched in the face, but she's correct. He's a cheating bitch. He's a cheating bitch that allows himself to be choked while he's stepping out on his wife with another woman. I just don't see anything wrong with that.
All right, cool. I want to address this. And this is what I like to say, because I missed that other part. Maybe you should explore this wild side of your sexuality with the person you're married to, right? I'm not, and maybe it's not in there, maybe it is, but maybe if you explored it a little bit, you know, let her do some dominatrix shit to you because this is what you like, then maybe you should explore that instead of cheating. Because the truth is, you are a cheating ass bitch. There's no doubt. I don't think you should get punched in your face for it though. But you are a cheating ass bitch, right? I don't think that the physical part of it, of what she does to you, is necessary. I don't think that, and because I don't believe in being physical, because when you become being physical with somebody, when you hit them, right? Everybody always thinks that when you hit somebody, and once again, I'm coming from a medical standpoint. Everybody thinks that when you hit somebody, it's just, oh, I just fucking hit him and fuck it. No. You could actually hit somebody and kill them. It might not be your intention, but by law, that's called manslaughter. It wasn't your intention. You didn't use a deadly weapon, but you hit them. Something happened, and they died from it. This is the part that I don't agree with. I don't agree with you putting her hands on you, but you are a cheating ass bitch. Now, you calling the cops cheating ass bitch? That's some bitch ass nigga shit. Okay? And you might want to correct that. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Gary.
So, what I see here is that obviously him having a dominatrix, so clearly he's paying for a service, right?
He called her his girlfriend.
Well, but still, they in that type of dynamic, more times than not, with a lot of these dominatrix, you pay, right? So, but you know, there's a discussion, if you will, on what's allowed, right? You know, how severe the punishment can be, if you will, or how the scene plays out.
Okay.
So the other angle I'm seeing here is that obviously he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Right.
So, and he goes to the dominatrix girlfriend to do this stuff, and I guess, you know, that might be part of what he's paying for, right?
Maybe.
Because
I don't think he's being paid to get punched in the face.
Some of these dominatrix situations are a little crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he clearly established a boundary where he said gentle choking is okay. But what's not okay is you punching me in the face. That's what he's saying. And I think at this point, if he did not correct her, right, then more than likely he's going to go back to her.
So they've clearly established a relationship, right?
Yes.
In terms of, you know, because this isn't the first, second, or third time that he's been seeing
I'm
her,
sure.
right? So something is there,
Right.
So
That's interesting.
it's interesting.
So there's no advice for this dude except
no advice for this.
just get rid of the hoe. Okay. So
If she's beating you, she doesn't respect you. Just
right,
stop.
and she's calling you a bitch too while she's doing it.
And
That's
she believes
crazy.
that. So guess what, nigga? Go back to your life.
Right.
Get some respect. Take care of your family. Keep your family safe. Be a fucking man, nigga.
All right. So listen,
Been a
before
lot
we
of
go,
bitch ass niggas tonight.
oh,
It is
more than you can imagine.
and unfortunate but true.
All right. So I would like for you to read the comments before we go out, and I would like to do a RIP to end the show.
All right. So I'll read the comments.
What the hell is this?
Dave from Violator says, forget the key, change the lock. Tony Courtney says, I don't understand why folks put themselves in these situations. Dave said, sounds like he has absolutely no game. Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
He's just mad that she makes him feel compromised. That was Dave.
All right, Dave's got a lot to say tonight.
Yeah. He was like, oh, with the dude with the Valentine's Day. He was like, that's a small ass check. Sid off the hook says learning and basketball camp.
There you go. All right.
what we're doing this summer.
So what I would like to do is an RIP, and then what we'll do is we'll promote the other shows and what we're doing, and then we can be out.
Cool.
Okay. So I would like to say rest in peace to Trugoy the Dove, aka Plug 2. You know, I think that his contribution to De La Soul was extremely significant. And he was 54 years old when he passed away.
YouTube put up a big digital billboard of him in Times Square.
Really?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah,
It was-
he will be missed.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, 54. I mean, I'll be 54 this year, so I'm really, really upset about this. You know, and it's not even about that, you know, because culturally, we grew up in this era, you know, all together, you know, and to see someone that close in age pass away this way, I don't know what he died from. Does anybody know?
I think he was dealing with heart failure.
Oh.
He was in a Maryland hospital.
Oh, I see. Well, again, R.I.P. That's all I have to say about that. Anybody else want to chime in on
And
that?
then there's Munch from Law and Order SVU.
Oh, yes, Richard Belzer.
Richard
yeah,
Belzer,
R.I.P.
yeah.
to him as well.
Yeah, he just, I think it was Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, and we didn't get to do was it Raquel
Raquel
Welch?
Welch, yeah.
Yeah, she passed away as well, which is terrible, but she was up there. And someone just died at 98. Who was it?
Oh,
President Carter.
No, he's not dead yet.
he's-
No, he's in hospice.
yeah,
But
he's 1 foot out the door.
yeah,
Yeah, he will be.
yeah. He's 98, the oldest living president.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll die at home. I'll die with my family.
Like, why not?
Family.
And big shout out to Lola Brigida, right?
Oh, Lola La Brigida.
Right.
Lola La Brigida.
Yeah, the Italian actress. She
Yeah,
died
yeah.
recently, and so on and so forth. Anybody
Okay.
else?
That's so far. That's on what I can think of. So,
All right, cool.
what's going on with the shows?
Gotta let y'all know momentarily because right now we're remodeling the rest of the office. So I gotta let y'all know. But if everything goes well, Sunday, Hip Hop Boulevard,
Not this Sunday. I think it's
next Sunday. I'm sorry. One Night, Maria Davis, DOA on Thursday. But I just got to figure out, because we're doing we're redoing the floors in the office and doing a little bit of construction if you walk around. So, with that being said, we'll figure out the next week.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, all right.
Anything coming up that people should know about?
Yeah. Damn. What do we got going on?
What happened to that metaverse thing you were supposed to do?
Yeah, I just talked to LG about that, so they're working the logistics out for that
Okay.
with the whole metaverse thing, and that's kind of it. Back in the schools this week, back at Vista Academy, back at Farrell's Academy, they're off break, so we'll be doing the podcast and stuff out of there. And big shout out to OSG and Lazy Lays and Dennis McKeezy and all the principals.
Easy breezy.
Yeah, all the principals and everybody from OSG. So that's kind of it for me tonight. I'm going to punch out. Got a long weekend ahead.
Does anybody else have something they want to promote?
DOA. Gary, anything else particular?
No, I'm good.
DOA, you're revamping your show, yes? Got some new ideas going on?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. March 12th, I'll be back in comedy in Harlem.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to be doing a clean comedy show with
No cursing?
gospels. I don't have to curse.
Okay.
I mean, I will be soon, but not for this particular show. But I'm in the verge of working on different creativity and I'm just tapping into something I know I can tap into. But
So
Excellent.
this show is a gospel show? Is that what that is?
I won't call it a gospel show, but it's a clean show. I know
Okay.
I believe they're gonna have a gospel singer.
Okay.
But I don't think it's a particularly.
Because I'm like, you going to do
show.
some jokes about Jesus?
Right.
I've done shows in churches, so no
So
problem.
this is a church show?
No, it's not a church. It's a clean show.
Okay. Just
But they're gonna have some sort of a gospel singer.
Yeah.
I believe it's a gospel singer.
Right. So they're going to be not expecting,
I can still get dirty without being dirty.
Oh, that's great.
I'm not gonna be like, why did a chicken cross the road and some bullshit.
Right. No, I like that.
But I can.
It's interpretive.
Yeah, I can. So
Okay.
that's about it. Man.
March
Gary,
12th.
March 12th, DOA back at Comedy in Harlem. Gary, anything happen with Bobby T we need to know about?
He has a new single coming out March 24th.
Okay.
He has a new EP that's going to be coming out, I believe, in April. And you'll get all the inside. You'll get the peek. You'll get the inside peek.
Promote that on the Boardwalk Global Media page.
Of course. His new single coming out is called Wish List.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those records you would hear at Rolling Loud.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're not playing.
We got to get him on the lineup for the next Rolling Loud. But anyway, so go ahead, take us out, Rob.
I'm going to punch out. I'll see all you motherfuckers next week. I'll give you updates. Tune into the page. I'll be putting updates on the Real Discussion page on what's going on and how things are working out. Peace, love, and